welcome back to Wot'cha Cooking. You must be wondering why I started the whole day betting on this bowl over here. And it tells you what we're gonna do this very episode. Now it's all about breads and more. So if you're a pastry person thinking about baking at home, never baked before, finding some easy ways to enjoy some sweet treats of pastries or savory flavors, this is gonna be that episode for you. Now this is gonna be something exciting because we have a pastry chef coming into the house today, but we don't know who he is lah. I don't want to tell you first, it's going to be a little surprise for you. And right now, I'm going to bring back one of my favorite dietitians from the Singapore Sport Institute into the house right now. This is Parim Ziba! Yeah!
Hi, Ben.
I brought my own, this is like a baking bowl, right?
Yes, it is.
Right now. Because you secretly tell me that today I have to bake.
A lot of baking.
And I have not baked before, and the last thing we learned nearest to baking was the lava cake.
Oh.
So
that was a success, isn't it?
it was great.
Yeah.
And we had so much feedback about that one.
Yeah.
And we really want to give a chance for you to take a look at some of the photos that have been sent over to us by some of the amazing home cooks that have
It's so easy to do.
taken out recipes. So let's take a look at the photos right now. Wow, so with this episode, I think we're going to have a lot more people diving in to try out because I don't know what to prepare, but this is supposedly a good friend of yours, even maybe like a shifu.
Yes, our guru.
A guru.
The bakery guru.
So today's theme is bread and more.
That's right.
Why this theme?
Well, we're gonna show different kinds of bread, and also how we're gonna use bread to make up something else.
Wow. So I'm going to give you that chance to introduce the chef to join us on this show, and he is
Chef Lo.
Oh, Chef Lo!
Hello.
Yeah.
Amazing, Chef Lo. You are from BITC.
Correct,
BITC
correct.
stands for Bitcoin.
No.
Okay, what is BITC?
Okay, basically BITC is Baking Industry Training College.
Oh.
And what we are doing now is actually basically we train the people to go back to the workforce. Yeah, under the WSQ program.
Oh,
yes,
that's
correct. That's what we are doing now.
I like his
Yeah.
voice already.
I've been to his class. He makes
makes
things so easy.
Yeah.
So, Chef, tell us a little bit more about yourself. You are an industry chef, commercial
Correct,
chef.
correct. It's different. So basically when you mention about pastry chef, I am not from the hotel.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you think about hotel, I'm not the person. I am the commercial bakers. Yeah, so my job basically is to optimize the processing.
Oh, so you actually work
Optimize,
on
correct.
increasing efficiency and
Correct,
productivity.
correct.
Wow.
So if you want to ask me, so basically I'm the person who tell you how to make money for your bakeries. Yeah. So my skill basically is making 24,000 buns per hour or 8,000 sandwich loaf per hour. That is my skill.
Amazing.
So I'm the person who always go to Gardenia Bakery, Sunshine Bakery to help them to optimize their products
Oh, so you
and
are
their
actually-
process.
You're very involved in, I would believe, the R&D portion of automation.
I am a R&D manager, yes, correct. So basically, pastry chef can make all the beautiful cakes, all
Yes.
the tiny,
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person. I totally cannot. If you ask me to teach you how to make butter cake or tiramisu or a nice cheesecake, I don't know. But if you ask me, what is my problem of this cheesecake? I am the troubleshooting person. I'm the provider solution. Yeah.
The visual
yeah.
problem, the taste
Correct,
problem, the
correct.
productivity problem.
You want to change the characteristic, you got fault in your baking, I am the person who come in.
Yeah. He knows the science behind baking.
All right, he's like
Yeah, a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
today, what is the first pastry dish you're going to bring forth to you? Because usually Parim would teach.
Yeah.
This episode, again, because we have a chef in the house, he's going to impart
Yeah.
both of us.
Yes.
Suddenly we are students again.
Yeah.
We're going to learn from the professional guru over here.
Yeah.
So what is the first recipe for today?
Okay, now come to the pastry world. Basically, pastry world has divided to three main categories.
Oh, really?
Yeah. First category is the short pastry.
Like me lah.
Yeah, short pastry means all the cookies, that kind of product under short pastry.
Okay.
But second category is actually the puff pastry, those layers one, layers effect.
Why do I feel like you're talking about?
Yeah.
A while short, a while puff. Parim, you purposely one, right?
And the third category basically is the cream puff.
Oh.
Cream puff. So what I'm going to do today is actually the short pastry, and I want to introduce a savory scone.
Huh?
Yeah, to all of you, because in Singapore I haven't seen a good savory scone. So I want to introduce a scone which is savory in flavors, putting cheese and spring onion inside.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a
Also-
savory scones. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, chef, I'm going to give you the chance to introduce the ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay. Now in the pastry learning, you always need to learn to ask 3 questions. Question number 1 is the ingredient function.
Okay, the
Yeah.
function.
So why I must use this flour? What is the purpose of using this sugar?
Okay.
Why I must use cream?
Very
That kind
technical.
of question you should know how to ask. Why? Because every time teacher will ask you any question. So you focus on ingredient function. Same question you ask different teacher, doesn't matter.
I'm
Yeah.
the kind of person when they
Yeah.
ask any question straight away I look down.
Yeah.
I don't dare to ask
Yeah.
questions.
So the same question is why I must use this flour. You see any teacher, you go to attend any class, you ask the same question, you will be surprised, you will get the different answer.
I like this message. And
Yeah.
students out there, you must always remember, don't be a student like me. When people ask any question, you look down.
Yeah.
Because curiosity is what creates
Correct.
success, and that makes the difference in your recipe,
Yeah.
isn't it? Wow.
Correct.
Good message.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So your papa mama let you watch what you're cooking. Next up.
Now, second question you need to ask is basically formula balance. That means to understand formula structure. Why I cannot put a little bit more water? Why I have to put less sugar? It's not like a cooking. If you don't like the taste, you can add a bit of salt. If you don't like the saltiness, you reduce a bit salt. But in bakery
Must
products,
be precise.
yeah, you have to control the recipes. You cannot anyhow just like, you you add a bit of salt
Oh,
inside.
Ben is.
Cannot.
Ben don't know this. He agar everything.
Then
Then voila, something comes
Yeah.
out of it.
So,
Yeah.
okay, usually on dishes can. Baking, no.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the final reason?
The
Final
last
question?
one is the process. The last one is process. Process is very important. Question like people like to ask, what temperature to bake?
Scare me.
Then they like to ask the question, how long to bake? Why? Because these are the popular questions people like to ask.
Father's Day just over. I thought my father came on set. My goodness, man. I'm scared.
Most of the time, I was in the class, people like to say, teacher, what is the temperature to bake? How long to bake? These are the 2 popular questions. So come back to processing. Process parameter is very important. So you need to write down how long you bake, what temperature. So if this time you bake too brown or burnt, so you reduce the time. You don't agar. Cannot do it that way. You need to record your process.
But now, chef, we're going to dive
Okay.
right into the ingredients
Right.
and
I'll
cooking.
let you
Oh,
take the center
Yeah.
stage.
Oh, yeah, correct. Thanks, Parim.
Okay, now, these scones, what we do is we premix the ingredient inside here. Basically, now for savory scone, the sugar level is very low.
Correct. So it's
Yeah.
some way healthier lah. Like.
Yeah. Then what will happen is that's the difference between scones and biscuit. Basically, scone is the continental term. That means in UK, you talk about scone, people understand it's scone. But in American, the same product, they don't call it scone, they call it biscuit. That's the difference between biscuit and scone. Yeah.
So it's just a different name, but it's actually the same product.
Yeah, correct. It's just like cookies and biscuit. That's a big difference. Biscuit, basically, continental people is making it. It's more fat, less sugar. But American cookies is different. It's more sugar, less fat. So when you come to scone, basically you're talking about continental scone. Basically, what I'm going to show you is not the scone; it's an American biscuit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an American biscuit, but because everybody know as scone, so I just
So less sugar, more fats.
yes, correct. Yeah. Today I'm very happy. I like to show you the typical American biscuit. Yeah, which contains a lot of butter inside. Now,
Okay.
now you look at the ingredient basis: flour, baking powder,
I guess.
soda.
We have butter,
Yeah.
cheddar cheese,
Yeah.
shallot,
Yeah.
plain flour.
Yes, correct.
Wow.
Plain flour.
Baking soda.
Baking soda and baking powder.
Huh? Why
Yeah.
got baking soda, then still have baking powder?
Yes, correct. Why? Because the aeration, they need two kind of baking agent inside.
Okay.
So they can aerate better. So it gives you a more flaky kind of mouthfeel.
Before we start, we always have a habit, must wash hands.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
We were chatting
Yes.
so much and learning so much. It's such
I
an
know.
interesting session. Okay, so we have butter. How many grams of butter?
Okay, the recipes will provide to you. The recipe will provide to you. Now, basically,
So you teach us a technique
yeah,
first,
it's about 30% based on the flour weight.
Okay.
Yeah, based on the flour weight, meaning that if your flour is 100 grams, the butter need to be about 30 grams.
Oh, so
yeah,
that's
to
the
make it
easier-
more
easy
short
way
eating.
to
Correct.
calculate.
I've got a question as a dietitian. I'm quite sure the public will be interested to know as well. You know, instead of putting full fat butter cream, can we change it to low fat version?
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use olive oil. Now, to make the scone is very straightforward. You combine all the dry ingredients together, then you combine all the wet ingredients. Like this one, this is the cream and water. Yeah. If you don't like to have the cream, you can actually substitute all this with the water
All right.
Water
or
only.
even the eggs. Yeah. So the butter,
Eggs is egg white or whisk the whole entire
yeah,
egg?
whole egg, I think
whole
it's
egg
good.
lah, whole
Yeah.
egg.
But if you like to use the egg white, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like this butter, you can use the olive oil. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. All right. So all these ingredients, we put them all together. Yeah. So
So easy. I like this kind of cooking.
Anybody
Everything
want
is all
to
in.
try? You want to try?
Ben, are you ready to massage?
Yeah.
I'm very bad at this one. Maybe
Yeah.
I can move my
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
So we just want knead.
Yeah, just knead. Yeah, yeah.
Like how we did the
Correct.
what's that? The crumbs for the apple crumble.
Yeah.
And then they say that you have used the fingertips so that it doesn't melt the butter.
Yeah,
And you get
yeah.
that crumbly
Correct. Yeah.
effect. But chef, is there like a correct method? Am I doing it right?
Yeah. Correct.
I
Yeah.
can feel the shallots there.
Yeah.
The
Smell
shallots is
very
Very
good,
crispy,
yes?
right?
I
the
can
shallots
smell
is
from
actually the part that makes it
Yeah.
so nice to press.
Yeah. For this process, what you need to do is you just defrost the butter maybe like 10-20 minutes.
So don't use full
you-
frozen butter.
No
lah.
need, no need, no need. Yeah.
Okay, am I doing right now?
Yeah. So once then you just add in the water and then you just form a dough.
Wow, nice.
Ah, you see, I think Parim we should try also.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't want to touch the wet.
It's called
Yeah.
how you cut the onion.
Yeah.
Come Parim, I think you should because we're all learning now. It's
All
your
right,
turn
he
to
wants
learn.
me to dirty my hands. Okay, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the interesting part is after you mix the dough later, if you don't want to bake, you can just leave it in the chiller for another 2 or 3 days. If you want
Oh, yeah,
to
must
keep,
cook the outside.
you wrap with the Ziploc bag. You can frozen them up to 3 weeks, 1 month.
Oh,
Then
wow.
you just take it out, defrost, and then you
3 weeks
bake.
to a month?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's a-
Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Good
so
Ziploc
it must
bag.
be airtight so
Yeah,
that you don't
airtight.
get contaminated.
Correct,
So you
correct.
airtight, freeze it.
Yeah.
You can keep up to 1 month. So you can actually, like if you can thumbshoe the serving if you're lazy.
Correct.
Then when you're feeling hungry, just bake lah.
Yeah, just take it out, defrost like 20 minutes, and then put in the oven and bake. Yeah.
Ah, smart
Yeah.
You won't
cooking
change
at
the
home.
texture of it?
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Am I doing right?
Yeah, right.
This is the first time I hear
Yeah.
Parim asking whether she's doing right. Usually
Yeah.
she's always right. Huh?
Yeah.
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 Very nice.
Okay, come. You scrape. It's okay. You scrape your hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Scrape your hand. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. We actually wipe this table very clean so that we can use it for baking on the table.
Yeah.
And we have done it on a few episodes. So if you have a nice tabletop at home, you feel that your bowl is a little bit too small, you can actually just have it dive into the table lah.
Yeah.
So when we apportion this serving size,
Yeah.
how many scones can we actually make?
Okay, this one scone is depends on you if you want to make a giant scone or small scone.
If I want
So
giant scone, I
today,
just put all together now like that and put it on top lah.
yes, you can make a big scone later than you cut. Now I'm going to show you how to shape. Now, what happened is when you finish up, then you just
I like the
just
way you knead
just
the
lightly,
dough.
yeah.
He makes it so simple. You know, I was doing the last few runs and I roll everything just spreads out. He makes it so simple. It's like
Yeah.
a
Wow.
Tai Chi style. On
Yeah,
the
correct,
table.
yeah.
Now it looks like a sausage because
Yep.
you see the shallots inside.
Yep.
Can we,
Yeah.
can we lift it out and show the
The
cam?
cheese.
Yeah.
You show the one on the right.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, it's so
Nice.
cute lah. It looks-
Okay, now what happening now is I want to say this one more time. At this time, you can just leave it like that. Take a clean film, wrap it up, or put inside a Ziploc bag. Like that, you can actually frozen up to 3 weeks to 1 month.
So
Yeah.
it looks like a baguette like that.
Yes, correct. Now, You in many Europe company, especially from Portuguese, what they do is they sell it like this in a block.
Okay.
Or they sell it in 3 kilo or 5 kilo. And they also cut them and sell. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to cut this pastry. So just like that.
Roughly about
Yeah.
how many cm per piece?
Yeah. One piece about 80 gram.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you can smell the shallots. You can
Yeah,
smell the
of
butter.
course.
Yeah, butter.
Full of flavors.
Wow,
yeah.
wow, it really smells so good. This is like a perfume
Yeah.
pack.
I know.
You put
Yeah.
beside you and you smell savory.
Yeah.
Very good.
So
Which-
this one we are going to bake at, for normal house oven, you use 200 degrees, you bake somewhere in between 18 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
18 to 22. Basically all oven is 180, 190, 120, in between 18 to 20 minutes for all pastry is going to bake that time. So what I suggest you to do is after 15 minutes, you have to stay in front your oven.
Oh, in
That's
case
it.
it burns.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
some ovens are hotter, some are so
Correct.
hot. Like what I did
Right.
over the weekend when I did my lava cake, I used the oven, the air fryer.
Yeah.
Temperature not same.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It became muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
we are
Parim is
going
the
to bake
expert.
now. Yeah, we're going to bake
Okay,
now.
Parim, can you
yeah.
set the temperature,
Yes,
help
sure.
chef
Yeah.
placing in?
Yeah.
And then we're going to have some little magic. I'm not going to let you wait 18 to 20 minutes
Yeah.
because we have a professional chef in the house. So
Yeah, just-
pastry
yeah.
chef professional, Chef Lo is here with us. Man! Oh my goodness, look at the pump. I'm just going to just
Fantastic,
give it a
yeah.
quick try. It doesn't look like...
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, basically we bake about 20 minutes. You have to stay in front of the oven and look at that. Now, one more thing is very interesting for you. Now,
Ben, pay attention.
Oh,
this scone, if you break the scone this way, so basically it can
Oh.
form like a burger.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it breaks... Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you like to have any sauce inside, you can put your jam,
Sambal
your
belacan.
sambal belacan, your XO sauce, you
Sounds
know,
good.
or you can
Wholesome sauce.
yeah, or you can fry one egg, put inside here, and then like that, and that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cheers, chef.
Yeah.
So really what we have over here is a very light, fluffy, lightly flaky kind of flavor. There's a burst of taste in your mouth, savory, fragrant. I really imagine this with the egg, or just to make it like, so you don't really have to make sandwiches anymore. You can make a scone-wich. Is that a term like that?
Yeah. You are the chef. When you do something, if you are happy, basically cooking is the imagination. So long you follow the recipes, the rest of it, whatever you want to add in, just add in the accessory you want. Yeah, you
So,
prefer.
chef, you have always been the one that's been baking today. After eating and feeling powered up, I'm going to put you to the test. So stay tuned with us with
Wot'cha Cooking?
Cooking. And welcome back to Wot'cha Cooking. Yeah, today we are baking lah, huh? This is more like grinding. It's the same lah.
Yeah.
Cannot agak-agak beside you. Okay, so now I want to ask you a quick question, Chef. How long have you not taken part in competitions?
Oh, many years back.
Many years.
Yeah.
So today will be the first challenge and competition that you have with me in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Which means I got a chance to win now.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I have been challenging over the last 10 episodes, but still, I say I lose first. I lose.
No.
You no need to look at recipe, one. Parim, why like that? But never mind, Parim, we're going to invite you right back. What's the recipe for today? Let's show everybody.
Hi, okay, today we're going to do some pudding. A very quick and easy bread pudding.
Oh,
that's why bread and more, remember? So we're going to use bread to make a pudding like that. So I'll give you a recipe, Chef Lo and Ben.
Wow. This one feel like the teacher and the discipline master coming to class to test the student like that.
Enjoy.
Okay, so bread pudding. Have you done bread pudding regularly? Is it one of the dishes that you commonly make?
Yeah.
Really? Commonly?
Quite common for me, yeah.
I commonly eat lah. It's the same lah. Okay, so Parim is going to count down from 3.
Yep.
And then we will start the competition. So the rule is we will follow the recipe and make. But of course, if you want to make magic, go ahead lah. You howl it and also can lah. But you chef ma. Okay, now Parim, let's count down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so chef, we have quick and easy bread pudding because today's theme is bread and more. 50-gram cube bread, 2 slices.
Well, it's already in action.
74 gram. Why you cut? You got see cut me? Put. Huh? Why you cut? Wait, I'm getting nervous. I thought it's supposed to be in the ingredients like that.
Wow.
Never mind. I do in my. He said must be precise, ma, but he never follow the recipe there.
You must read the recipe.
Put in fairly shallow single serve microwave bowl. In a separate bowl, whisk egg together with milk, vanilla extract, and sugar with a fork. He do like sub sui. This one my one, you don't take. I'm not enough bread. Okay. We need a bowl for whisking. Is there a bowl for whisking, Parim?
No, you're going to use the same.
Oh, same bowl. So I take out my bread first. Then you cannot whisk, then you lose liao. Chef, circuit breaker moving into different phases. How has it actually affected how has it actually changed in the industry over the last couple of weeks? And in the near future, what will you actually advise, pastry industries and bakers in order to enhance their business reach, or any ideas that can actually push them forward?
What is very important is at this, I can see the future is most people is going into the online and then take away. My suggest to you is do your basic product right and good. You don't really need to go and do a lot of new products into the market. Why? Because a lot of people has been doing that. So example, you are making, you are selling the bread pudding.
Yeah.
You do it right. You do it good. Then customer will come back to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to really spend a lot of time to do the new product. No need. You just need to do it right. I think that will be your future.
That means be the best in your particular dish so that people when
Exactly.
they eat it, they keep thinking about you and they must order from you kind lah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite true because sometimes we are so greedy in wanting to have big variety, right?
Yeah.
Then we forget that it's actually the taste that matters.
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
The more products you are making, your ingredient list going to be longer. You need more space to stock them, and then you need to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
Just focus on what you have. Example, you are making some cookie selling. Just make it correctly. Make it nice. Yeah. Upgrade the product, make the packaging more beautiful, make them more convenient for people.
True.
And then you just focus on your own product. Don't touch anything you don't understand.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time.
Because why have like a list of not too bad flavors when you can have like 2 to 3 of the best, right? Like if you can have the best puff pastry, like I'm going to be like the best scone man in Singapore, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Hainanese chicken scone, curry chicken scone, sambal scone, your whole Singapore will all come to me, right? I just mentioned this on my program.
Yep.
Yes, you have.
Now you all know already.
Yeah.
Don't copy lah. I need a new business.
The secret is out.
Yeah. I mean, the next phase, which is sugar Sugar, 1 teaspoon. Where got sugar? Oh, there. I thought this was baking soda. 1 teaspoon. And so when it comes to technology, is it something that's very commonly implemented in the coming days, like, using e-commerce or using like some new unknown technology that's in the pastry industry or baking industry that you are introducing to people, or some things that maybe our viewers should consider about if they are already home chefs, home bakers?
The new technology you're looking, and they need to spend money. You need to spend money. Okay, come back to what I say is, number one, you do your product correctly, do it nice. Number two is, you try to do something which is more wholesome, more healthy, less fat, less sugar. I think that will be the future direction.
Because everybody now is really becoming more health conscious. So you really go for the heavy sugar, great taste, ultimate oily, very crispy, but very bad for health.
Yeah.
You are targeting on a very small proportion because the new generation of people are really more health conscious.
Correct.
Definitely.
Correct.
That's why, like the scones, don't worry, when I sell scones, I got the olive oil version.
Yes.
I learned a lot today.
Yeah.
I always like so Parim, I
So
think
if you look at this recipe, we're only using 1 teaspoon. A normal pudding will not use only 1 teaspoon.
They will use like 1 cup.
Yeah, so to give a bit more flavor, you add the additional whatever you want. Add-ons, basically.
So we got like nutmeg powder, cinnamon powder, or optional lah.
Yes.
That one is just to add the flavor. Where is the
And
nutmeg
on top
powder?
of that, you have add-ons. Like, your raisins, your chocolate chips. So you don't really need to overpower with sugar.
And usually cinnamon, we don't put too much because it's quite overpowering, right?
It is.
This is a small dash. But nutmeg can because it smells very nice.
Yeah. So depending on your taste bud, you like a lot of cinnamon, you can add a bit more.
Okay, let's see. So we whisk it. Pour mixture over the bread and stir gently until all combine. Oh, am I supposed to put the bread in first?
Yeah, you're supposed to soak the bread completely. It doesn't matter. You can always put the bread in and make sure it's soaked nicely.
I put vanilla already. I faster than you.
So it's important for the bread to be, completely wet.
How come got chocolate chip? Yeah, put some chocolate chip. Is it common to have chocolate chip bread pudding? I don't remember eating.
Yeah, so it's your own creation, Dan.
In order to win, I must put everything in. Chef, is it advisable to slice the bread?
It always depends on the individual. I like to slice my bread is because all bread is very small. After you slice, surface area is greater, so they absorb more custard into it. Yeah. Yeah. So when you eat, imagine when you eat with a spoon, they don't stick to each other. They tear off very easily. Yeah.
So really, if you are someone who is less lazy, you can slice it. If you are like me, very lazy, you just put it in.
Yeah.
So we will have the
probably would need
lazy
to-
man style and the chef recommended style. Then we can taste the
Okay,
difference.
if I finish, basically, if you look at the one I have, I like to let the bread slightly come on top of the custard. Why? When you bake, they are crispy.
Yes.
So
So when
there's
you
a layer.
eat together, the crispy and the soft together. But traditionally, what they like to do is they soak everything inside, just like that. They soak.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't like. I want a little bit. I want it purposely come out a little bit.
Yep.
I just read the recipe and it says drizzle maple syrup, jam, crushed nuts or chocolate chips only after it comes out from the oven. I already put it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be
maybe
interesting combination.
Yeah.
And it looks like a sandwich for Ben, though.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like that? You say put the bread inside too.
Okay, can.
And for what I do is I don't like a lot of custard because these products is actually not really for the Singaporeans liking. But if you do like the way I do, just a little bit of custard but more bread, I think the Singaporeans will like.
See, I different. I think Singaporeans like to eat value for money. So everything inside must have a lot. So when they see it's so full to the brim a lot, they think if you pay $5 for that one and pay $5 for this one, you buy one 3 times a week and you buy this one once a week.
Yeah.
You eat the nice one already, then you eat the full one.
Yeah.
So I will have more business, ma.
Yeah.
Correct or not?
Yeah.
See,
I agree. I agree.
Different business structure.
Yeah.
So there are many ways. Huh?
So you decided to cut now.
No, never. I decided to just slice it so they got shape.
Oh, okay.
Got a little bit of pattern.
Nice.
So you look at
Okay.
it like it's like
Yeah.
a tic-tac-toe bread pudding.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
All right, so
because-
we're good to go. So
Yeah.
basically, we are using microwave. So when you're so busy, you don't have much time to wait for the oven to heat up. Just put it in the microwave.
Okay,
2
chef, you go
minutes,
first. I still
high
want to-
temperature, and let it cook.
Okay.
Okay.
Chef will go first. I still want to do some secret magic. I also got secret.
Yeah, just press that.
Quite excited to see how my product comes out.
Yeah, I just love it when the bread just puffs up.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
scared when you puff up my chocolate all
puffs up.
haywire. No?
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Whoa, this is done. Nice.
Yep.
Haha, now it's my turn.
Okay, 2 minutes and
Hi,
it's high. Yeah.
this is 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
And it's high already, huh?
Yep.
Mmm.
It's really nice. Really pretty.
As in,
For appearance-wise, he got the mark already.
Oh, no. You haven't seen my one. You really judge. This is not fair. Chef, if you are able to recommend people, because nowadays we are not encouraged so much to step out our home, so baking is a great way to have some pastries stored up.
Yep.
What are some of the recommendations you can share with people to, that's easy for them to do with their kids at home?
Okay, for kids, you want to play with them, I think to make the chocolate chips cookies, they will like.
Oh.
Anything with the chocolates, yeah. So you can use the scones recipes I shared with you just now. Just put a little bit of chocolate chip inside and knead. So instead of putting the onions and the cheese, you switch them to sultana or chocolate chips, and then I think your children is going to love it.
Okay, ready. Because yours is more than 30 seconds. Yeah.
No. You went down. Oh, thank you, chef. Dun, 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 dun. Is it hot?
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
2 minutes is
2 minutes, yeah, definitely.
2
something
minutes,
is hot.
30 seconds for him.
Okay lah, at least my design came out.
Yeah.
Thank you,
nice.
chef.
Nice.
Certain level of success. Now, chef, I had a problem. Because of our program, I also started baking a lot, right? And in Singapore, suddenly when you go everywhere, your plain flour, your baking flour, your tapioca flour, and even ingredients like vanilla extract,
Essence,
everything, right?
yeah.
It's also out.
Yeah.
Don't you have that also, right?
Yes.
Correct.
And then, so why do you think such a trend is happening in Singapore? Like, why everybody is moving on to baking as the avenue?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, most people, they know how to bake, but because they don't have time, they don't have much time to bake, so they didn't bake. They have to work. But when come to this period of time, everybody have time, so they just go and buy. And maybe all these ingredient supply company, they didn't really well prepared, and they also didn't know why suddenly the business becomes so good. Yeah. Then you can see supermarket flour is not available. Why? Because everybody is buying. Yeah, we can't do much with this period of time, so you have to queue up to get your flour.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a good problem, isn't it? Everybody's cooking at home.
Yeah, I think what chef has said is very true, because usually maybe most of us don't have time.
For baking, it really have to take a long time for people who are new, who are scaling the ingredient, weighing up the ingredients, you got to washing. It's going to be a long process.
yeah.
So at this particular time, everybody got time, so they just bake and bake. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So chef, we are done.
Yeah.
So there's an additional task over here. We should name our bread pudding lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A special
That's
name
right.
lah.
Yeah.
Huh? So that one I always win lah. My
Yeah.
naming is champion one. So we
Yeah.
will see whether what's yours.
Cinnamon pudding.
Cinnamon pudding.
Yeah, cinnamon. Because I really add a lot of cinnamon, because I know cinnamon is very good for you. Yeah.
So yours is the cinnamon bread pudding. Okay
Correct.
lah. That's it.
Yeah.
That part I win already. Mine is the breakfast tic-tac-toe. Nya liao. Nya liao. Champion. When you can't do it well, you fake it until you make it. So this is called the breakfast tic-tac-toe because you can see the tic-tac-toe lines over there. And then if you have kids at home, right, you can let them place the fruits on it.
Yes.
So I have placed the raspberries to form a completion, and to celebrate the winning and the success, I've added walnut. So you bite into it, it's like the crunch of success.
Okay.
Well, that's how you make yourself feel happy in the morning, right?
Yes,
Lose
you
already also shook, man. But the real test is really the taste, lah. Huh? All right, so Parim, we're going to try both our
Okay.
puddings.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will try Chef Lo's.
No. Usually try the not so nice one.
You already say not so nice.
You try mine later. You take this one. My one will taste even more not nice. Try mine first. Mine. You
Okay.
try, then got hope. huh?
Okay, fine.
Wash your hand, then you got hope, you know? So you eat mine first, then I got hope. Okay,
Okay.
Chef, yours looks really very nice.
Yeah, like
balanced,
what he
crunchy,
said is hard to, tear, but it's not too bad actually.
Oh yeah, because mine is very soggy. Is it supposed to be
Yeah.
very soggy? Hot, hot.
There's a crunch in it. They've added some nuts. Nice. But it's not quite there yet for the pudding.
This is quite like how you write your report card like that. This is a very good student, but myself don't write. Oh,
Yeah. It's just maybe as for you, you need, because it's a full slice of bread,
Oh,
you
so I
need a
put
few
more.
more minutes of cooking.
Okay, but then just now I cook halfway, you pong already, what?
Yeah.
If I don't save it, it will pong pa.
No.
Then it will become like our chef hairstyle like that. Pong pa. Very nice, okay, now let's try chef's one.
And his is interesting. As what he mentioned, is a bit of
Crunch.
crispy
Yeah,
on top.
you can
Yep.
see the crispiness on top.
Yeah. And
The custard looks very nicely
yeah,
set. Huh?
this is how it should look like.
wow. Eh?
Not watery.
Oh yeah. Let's take a scoop of my watery one and show people. Wow. Oh yeah, your custard is really creamy, and mine is like a layer of sauce.
There's a full blast of cinnamon, and I love cinnamon, so he's getting my vote for it, definitely. And it's not overpowering with sugar. I think, you know what,
Why
Ben?
is it-
I think you put too much of maple syrup inside.
Safety distance.
Yeah, you should put the strawberry together, raspberry together. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I lose.
White flag,
Yeah,
surrender.
yeah. I also want to try one.
Yeah, there's a
new
spoon over there. Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
The cinnamon powder is the one that really gives it that burst
Really,
of flavor,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But the flavor
And the texture.
and the bit of custard taste is it's not
Yeah.
too overpowering. So some people don't like the achy, because custard is a bit achy. You don't like that. Those things.
It's beautiful.
He likes it. Why don't you try yours? You should try yours.
dare.
Beautiful.
No, he doesn't dare.
Yeah, really
Very
good.
nice.
Well done with the challenge. Obviously, our winner is Chef Lo.
Yes.
And of course, we'd like to thank Chef for joining us before we step off the program. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers over here? Any encouraging words, any message of positivity that will shout out to all our viewers on Wot'cha Cooking?
Yeah, for cooking or for baking, what is important is you must know what you are doing. Yeah, so you don't need to test so many and waste so many ingredients. So the last one I want to share with you is come to Baking Industry Training College. Let me share with you
Wow.
how to bake.
Okay, I vote for it. I went for it and it was good.
I will vote for
Yeah.
it because
Yeah.
I'm thinking of going for it after eating my. Don't dare to
Okay.
eat my pudding.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you, Chef. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining
thank
us.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
And
thank
of
you.
course, we will be coming back very, very shortly with our next guest online with us, and
Yes.
that is
Charmaine.
Charmaine. I will tell you who she is in a short moment's time.
Yeah.
And we're back, and I'm in such a good mood now, you know why? Because I just had some savory, great flavors,
Yes.
and behind the scenes, chef also gave us some additional kueh,
Yeah.
achar. Oh, it was
Really
a burst
good, yeah.
of flavors. And though I lost, it's one of the happier days because he imparted me with his
Whoa, you're the special one.
dough slicer. 25 years in his pocket, now it's in my hands. My dream is gonna come true. Thank you, chef, once again.
So you need to make him proud.
I will try my best because we're gonna learn some more new dishes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep. I better keep it in my pocket. Okay. I'm gonna bring it back home.
Yeah,
you know?
all right, yeah.
And how long have you known Chef Lo?
Well, since last year, we went for his class and he made us teach, he taught us sourdough bread. It was really simple, and he was talking with science behind it, and so the whole department went for it, and we really enjoyed and brought back 2 sourdough. It was so yummy.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's the good thing about him. So generous with his food, isn't
Yeah,
it? And the next athlete that's coming right online with us, how long have you worked with her?
Many years.
Really many. Okay, let's
Many
not say
years.
how many, then we'll know her age already. So let's keep
No,
it easy.
can't say many years.
And of course, coming right up online to join us, we have our national netballer, fantastic, gorgeous looking. And of course, this is Charmaine So. Hi, Charmaine. Hi.
Hello.
Wow, her hands are so much bigger than mine. I think that's the netballer thing, right?
Yes, that's right.
Right, because they need to.
And she's tall as well.
And she's tall.
Yeah.
That's why she's not on the show. You know? Okay, Charmaine, good to see you. A few questions for you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, some of the tournaments that you have been a part of, and of course, in the netball team, what position do you actually play?
Okay, so I'm Charmaine So. I've been in the scene for quite a while. Participated in World Cup, SEA Games, Asian Champs, and yeah.
Oh, that's a whole load of titles.
Quite a number of years.
Maybe you can share with our viewers what are some of the positions that you see in a team and what position do you actually play?
Okay, so netball is a bit like basketball, like just that you can't really bounce the ball. So you have to pass it between your teammates. There's different rules and rules and all just to get the ball passed through the court and into the goal. Yeah, so I play a shooter. So there's a defender position. There's a mid court. There's a few mid court players and there's also shooter. So basically, they will just it's more of like a teamwork, So we don't dribble. We can't really walk with the ball as well. So we just have to pass it to different players and then score the goal.
And of course, just curious, do you cook in the kitchen? That look I know. I like that kind of.
To be honest, I don't cook because we don't really have the time to, so I have a full-time job and we have training at night. So normally we'll just eat out. But ever since the circuit breaker started, I started to cook a little bit.
So this is what we really
Not
like
the
about
best
you.
at it yet.
And then that's why a lot of audiences are starting to flow in to watch your cooking. Like 50,000 to 60,000 views.
Amazing.
It's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So today we're going to teach you a surprise dish. All right. The theme of the day is
It's bread and more.
bread and more, which means you can wake up to a nice fresh
Bread.
loaf of pastry, or you
Yes.
can have it pre-made and enjoy it throughout the day. For busy people like you, it's going to be a great platform. And it's going to be really easy to make, and that's the unique factor about what you're cooking, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's the dish, what's the name of the recipe?
Okay, so basically it's called fruit soda bread. So soda bread itself has a basic ingredient, and then you can actually have it like as in a fruit, or you can have it in a chocolate chip.
So you're gonna have a
up to
loaf.
you. A loaf of bread. That's right.
Oh, so you're going to have a bread loaf.
Yeah.
And have you baked before? I don't think so, lah. Ever?
Yeah.
No. You
No.
cook, but you never. Oh, then this is going to be interesting.
But generally people get intimidated when you talk about bread. Like, oh my God, it's such a complex, ingredients.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to teach you is something very simple. It's a very simple recipe, and you can find it in the supermarket easily. And you can just make your own and just skip it.
Correct. So we're going to show you the steps and convert you into a home baker. What are the ingredients that we have today?
Okay, so we have basic ingredients. Of course, we can't go without flour.
Okay.
I went around supermarkets searching for whole grain flour, which is not happening at all. Can't find it all.
Oh, it really tells you that Singaporeans are a little bit more healthy now.
Yeah, so you can actually use plain flour, unbleached. If you have whole grain, half of plain flour and half of a whole grain will be
So you get a
fantastic.
healthier balance.
Yeah, that's
lah.
right, yeah.
Which is what's important for you because you need to keep yourself lean and agile, right?
Yep.
Because you get too bulky, you can't run too.
can't-
You can't
no.
react too quickly, lah.
So what I'll do is, I'll take you through the recipes while I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have dry ingredients and wet ingredients.
Do you know what is dry and wet ingredients?
Maybe flour is dry, right?
That's right.
And wet will be all your liquid-based items,
Yes,
or
that's
anything
right.
that is more saucy, or eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to weigh the flour.
Yeah, we're going to weigh the flour. So make sure when you weigh in a weighing machine is 0. So, and I'll put in, the recipe calls for what I'm going to do for is like half a portion. Okay, so 210 grams of plain
210
flour.
grams. So this one roughly feeds how many people?
It can feed about 4 people.
How many? I mean, are you a bread lover? Do you someone who eat bread often? Charmaine?
Yeah, actually I eat bread almost every morning, either cereal or bread, so it'll be fantastic.
Great. And this loaf that you create, within how many days must we consume it? 3 days?
No, you can keep it for like a week if you want to.
So just leave it
if it's-
outside.
Yes, but you know, if you don't add your raisins and everything, you can keep it for
A much longer time.
a week. But with raisins, everything, perhaps you can keep it like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, because Singapore, we are a little bit more humid lah.
Yes.
So when you have fruit ingredients, they tend to, deteriorate faster. So
Yes.
if you keep it clean and just the bread itself,
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
And it's good for you. So every morning you wake up, you have bread
Yeah,
over there.
or you know, if you want to keep it longer, you can actually put it in the fridge. That's what we do when we buy bread as well.
And then you heat it up.
And then you can, it goes very well when you heat it up and put some spread that you like. It's perfect. Actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and this is a very typical recipe Irish and English people use.
Oh.
So you know, it's really basic ingredients actually.
Fantastic. So now that we have the flour in, what's the next ingredient?
Okay,
that's
so
going
the next dry ingredients I will add is 1 tablespoon of baking soda. So what I do is I'll actually sieve it because sometimes when you have opened up the baking soda,
it clumps up.
Yeah, and we don't want clumpy stuff, you know, in your bread. So I'll just sieve it to make sure everything is powder form nicely. Okay, so that's quite easy. And then a pinch of salt.
Right, so just dash and...
Yep, that's it. Okay,
So this will form the foundation of the dough, right?
that's right. Okay, and
Simple
then
so far, Charmaine?
very simple.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, so you have your flour, your salt and your baking powder, okay? And then you just mix it together. The other dry ingredients will be lemon and orange.
I assume it's
We're going to use
the
the
skin,
zest.
the zest.
Yes, the zest. But those who don't have the zest, it's fine. You can always omit that. So I feel that this gives a nice
Additional
flavor to
fragrance.
it. Yeah. So maybe Ben can help me into like, you know, getting half of this zest
Okay,
and half of
that's
this
fine.
as well.
I'm
Or even full,
professional.
would be,
I'm
full is fine. Okay, so now I'm talking about the wet ingredients. Okay, traditionally they use buttermilk. But it's not very commonly found here, or sometimes it's very hard to get as well. So what we can do is you can add yogurt and milk, more yogurt and milk basically.
I'm enjoying the flavor that's coming out from
Yeah,
the orange and the...
yep. Okay, so you have 150 of that, and it's about 50 grams of milk. Very simple.
Wow. So Charmaine, I was just curious, while we are mixing the wet ingredients, how has training... And we're back, and I'm in such a good mood now, you know why? Because I just had some savory, great flavors,
Yes.
and behind the scenes, chef also gave us some additional kueh,
Yeah.
achar. Oh, it was
Really
a burst
good, yeah.
of flavors. And though I lost, it's one of the happier days because he imparted me with his
Whoa, you're the special one.
dough slicer. 25 years in his pocket, now it's in my hands. My dream is going to come true. Thank you, chef, once again.
So you need to make him proud.
I will try my best because we're going to learn some more new dishes.
Yeah.
So I better keep it in my pocket because I forget to bring it back home.
Yeah,
you know?
all right, yeah.
And how long have you known Chef Loh?
Well, since last year, we went for his class and he made us he taught us sourdough bread. It was really, it was really simple and he was talking with science behind it, and so the whole department went for it, and we really enjoyed. Brought back 2 sourdough, was so yummy.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's the good thing about him. So generous with his food, isn't
Yeah,
it? And the next
yes.
athlete that's coming right on online with us, how long have you worked with her?
Many years.
Really many. Okay, let's
Many
not say
years.
how many, then we'll know her age already. So let's keep
No,
that,
can't say many years.
And of course, coming right up online to join us, we have our national netballer, fantastic, gorgeous looking. And of course, this is Charmaine So. Hi, Charmaine. Hi.
Hello.
Wow, her hands are so much bigger than mine. I think that's the netballer thing, right?
Yes, that's right.
Right, because they need to.
And she's tall as well.
And she's tall.
Yeah.
That's why she's not on the show. You know? Okay, Charmaine, good to see you. A few questions for you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, some of the tournaments that you have been a part of, and of course, in the netball team, what position do you actually play?
Okay, so I'm Charmaine So. I've been in the scene for quite a while. Participated in World Cup, SEA Games, Asian Champs, and yeah.
Oh, that's a whole load of titles.
Quite a number of years.
Maybe you can share with our viewers what are some of the positions that you see in a team, and what position do you actually play?
Okay, so netball is a bit like basketball, like just that you can't really bounce the ball. So you have to pass it between your teammates. There's different rules and rules and all, just to get the ball passed through the court and into the goal. Yeah, so I play a shooter. So there's a defender position. There's a mid court. There's a few mid court players and there's also shooter. So basically, they will it's more of like a teamwork, So we don't dribble. We can't really walk with the ball as well. So we just have to pass it to different players and then score the goal.
And of course, just curious, do you cook in the kitchen? That look I know. I like that kind of.
To be honest, I don't cook because we don't really have the time to, so I have a full-time job and we have training at night. So normally we'll just eat out. But ever since the circuit breaker started, I started to cook a little bit.
So this is what we really
not
like
the
about
best
it.
at it yet.
And then that's why a lot of audiences are starting to flow in to watch your cooking, like 50,000 to 60,000 views.
Amazing.
So it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So today we're going to teach you a surprise dish. All right. The theme of the day is
It's bread and more.
bread and more, which means you can wake up to a nice fresh
Bread.
loaf of pastry, or you can have it pre-made and enjoy it throughout the day. For busy people like you, it's going to be a great platform. And it's going to be really easy to make, and that's the unique factor about what you're cooking, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's the dish, what's the name of the recipe?
Okay, so basically it's called fruit soda bread. So soda bread itself has a basic ingredient, and then you can actually have it like as in a fruit, or you can have it in a chocolate chip.
So you're gonna have a
up to
loaf.
you. A loaf of bread. That's right.
Oh, so you're gonna have a bread loaf.
Yeah.
And have you baked before? I don't think so, lah. Ever?
Yeah.
No. You
No.
cook, but you never. Oh, then this is gonna be interesting.
But generally people get intimidated when you talk about bread. Like, oh my God, it's such a complex, ingredients.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to teach you is something very simple. It's a very simple recipe, and you can find it in the supermarket easily. And you can just make your own and just skip it.
Correct. So we're gonna show you the steps and convert you into a home baker. What are the ingredients that we have today?
Okay, so we have basic ingredients. Of course, we can't go without flour.
Okay.
I went around supermarkets searching for whole grain flour, which is not happening at all. Can't find it all.
Oh, it really tells you that Singaporeans are a little bit more healthy now.
Yeah, so you can actually use plain flour, unbleached. If you have whole grain, half of plain flour and half of a whole grain will be
so you
fantastic.
get a healthier balance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which is what's important for you, because you need to keep yourself lean and agile, right?
Yeah.
Because you get too bulky, you can't run too.
can't-
You can't
no.
react too quickly, lah.
So what I'll do is, I'll take you through the recipes while I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have dry ingredients and wet ingredients.
Do you know what is dry and wet ingredients?
Maybe flour is dry, right?
That's right.
And wet will be all your liquid-based items,
Yes,
or
that's
anything
right.
that is more saucy, or eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to weigh the flour.
Yeah, we're going to weigh the flour. So make sure when you weigh in a weighing machine is 0. So, and I will put in, the recipe calls for what I'm going to do for it, like half a portion. Okay, so 210 grams of plain
210
flour.
grams. So this one roughly feeds how many people?
You can feed about 4 people.
How many? I mean, are you a bread lover? Do you someone who eat bread often? Charmaine?
Yeah, actually I eat bread almost every morning, either cereal or bread, so it'll be fantastic.
Great. And this loaf that you create, within how many days must we consume it? 3 days?
No, you can keep it for like a week if you want to.
So just leave it
if it's-
outside.
Yes, but if you don't add your raisins and everything, you can keep it for
A much longer time.
a week. But with raisins, everything, perhaps you can keep it like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, because Singapore, we are a little bit more humid lah.
Yes.
So when you have fruit ingredients, they tend to, deteriorate faster. So
Yes.
if you keep it clean and just the bread itself,
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah.
That's a long time,
Yeah.
and it's good for you. So every morning you wake up, you have bread
Yeah,
over there.
or if you want to keep it longer, you can actually put it in the fridge. That's what we do when we buy bread as
Oh,
well.
and then you heat it up.
And then you can, it goes very well when you heat it up and put some spread that you like. It's perfect. Actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and this is a very typical recipe Irish and English people use.
Oh.
So it's really basic ingredients actually.
Fantastic. So now that we have the flour in, what's the next ingredient?
Okay,
that's
so
going
the next dry ingredients I will add is 1 tablespoon of baking soda. So what I do is I'll actually sieve it because sometimes when you have opened up the baking soda, it
clumps up.
Yeah, and we don't want clumpy stuff, in your bread. So I just sieve it to make sure everything is powder form nicely. Okay, so that's quite easy. And then a pinch of salt.
in? Right, so just dash and...
Yep, that's it. Okay,
So this will form the foundation of the dough, right?
that's right. Okay, and
Simple
then
so far, Charmaine?
very simple.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, so you have your flour, your salt and your baking powder, okay? And then you just mix it together. The other dry ingredients will be lemon and orange.
I assume it's
We're going to use the
skin,
zest.
the zest.
Yes, the
Okay.
zest. But those who don't have the zest, it's fine. You can always omit that. So I feel that this gives a nice
Additional
flavor to
fragrance.
it. Yeah. So maybe Ben can help me into getting half of this zest
Okay,
and half of
that's
this
my-
as well.
I'm
Or even full,
professional.
full is fine. Okay, so now I'm talking about the wet ingredients. Okay, traditionally they use buttermilk. But it's not very commonly found here, or sometimes it's very hard to get as well. So what we can do is you can add yogurt and milk, more yogurt and milk basically.
I'm enjoying the flavor that's coming out from
Yeah,
the orange and the...
yep. Okay, so you have 150 of that, and it's about 50 grams of milk. Very simple.
Wow. So Charmaine, I was just curious, while we are mixing the wet ingredients, how has training changed over the period during, the circuit breaker?
So compared to before CB, circuit breaker, now we are training a lot at home. So evening trainings every day, almost every day except Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. So we have been doing a lot of like Zoom training, like HIIT, core work, ball handling, and strength work at home. Which I kind of feel that we are all much tougher now. It's really mind over matter, so much tougher, much tougher.
Wow. I mean, the zest is done. Do we need it now?
Yes.
Very nice, like
That's
a heart
right.
shape. It came out like that.
So it's
I have no idea.
okay. So throw it in. That's part of the dry ingredients.
All right, so I just drop it in.
So today I'm going to use
that's nice.
raisins and cranberry for this dish. It's part of the dry dish, so it's going to be about 75 grams of raisins.
Okay, this is the agar-agar style.
No, Mr. Lowe said must be precise.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, that's fine. So we have about 75 of raisins, and then we can have cranberry about 28 grams. Feel free to explore the kind of fruits that you like to add in, dried fruits basically.
So
okay?
does the precision of the fruits added in, is it important?
Well, it actually has an impact on the sweetness of the whole bread. So if you don't like really overpowering sweetness, yes. If you had too little fruits as well, it's going to be quite bland.
Yeah, so because
Yep.
it's like you like that, you're a shooter, right? So you have to be very precise in court. And now that you are not getting to shoot half the time, how do you overcome that obstacle? Do you shoot like your own basket at home? I have no idea.
Yeah, actually I have a netball post at home,
basket.
though I don't really shoot every day.
But so now practicing is really on certain basis, on certain day-to-day basis where you aim the net. Is it the same height? Do you set it the same height? Is it the exact same?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
You were going to say something. what were you going to say?
So you asked me the question about how we are going to take things forward in future, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it'll be a bit tough, especially with competitions being cancelled and stuff like that. So we are actually not very sure it's still quite blurred. I mean, the future for the sport itself, hoping for the best.
I think it's a good breakaway because I think when you all come back, you're going to look so much forward to work together as a team again that
Definitely.
it gives a lot of motivation once you're back on court, and then there's so much spur to want to enhance the level of coordination, right?
Yeah.
So Parim, you just added honey.
Yeah.
Yes, I added
Half a teaspoon?
half a teaspoon of honey and the mixture I've done for yogurt and milk. I
Okay.
just add it in and then knead it together, like just mix it together before you throw it on a working bench. What I'll do is I will sprinkle a bit of flour.
So for people like, I mean, in current days, have your diet changed because you're so much lesser on the court, isn't it?
Okay, let me set my eye on while you're asking her.
Okay.
I think for me, it hasn't changed much really because I don't really take a lot of fried food. I mean, I do, but not a lot. Not
So
my
habitually, you're not a
favorite.
big diet person, lah.
Sorry?
Habitually, you're not a big food intaker. You don't eat a lot.
I do take a lot of meals, but in one meal, I don't take a lot. Now during the circuit breaker, I actually have time for a proper meal. So I'll take a proper meal and thereafter just some snack, just to keep the body going. Because I do have quite a heavy training at night as well as some runs in the evening after. So, I still have to keep up my diet and more food intake actually.
Okay, so I knead the dough just a little while. You don't need too much. It's just about few seconds just to make sure that it becomes nice dough. Okay.
How do you know it's a nice dough? When you feel
It's quite dry, but
Okay.
and yet it's still wet inside. We don't want it very dry dough, so it will not be really good. It won't rise
it'll
very
become
well.
Too tough also.
Yeah,
right,
so
do that.
soda bread doesn't need to be too wet.
Let's show Charmaine a little bit. Maybe stretch it a bit so she can see the texture. We
So
stretch.
it's like that.
Yeah,
Can
and
you
pull
see
it a
that?
little bit so that she can see.
Oh, okay,
Small
so-
stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you can
this
see that it's
texture.
partially wet
Wow.
because
Yeah,
you haven't
partially.
really done baking before and you can't feel it on the set. So we wanted to let the viewers and yourself take a look at how the texture is like. So when you try it at home, you can recognize it and then
Yeah.
trial and error from there.
So make sure that you have some flour on your palm so that it doesn't get stuck.
Yeah.
If not, it's very difficult to and also around the dough and just mold it nicely like a ball, a huge ball, and
So you get a
then
nice loaf.
yes. So I'll place it on the tray and sprinkle some flour around
Why?
so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom.
Oh.
And even on the bottom as well, it has a nice crispy texture it creates as well when you have the flour. Okay. So you just throw a little bit, dust it on it, and then the last part of it will be sprinkle a little
Olive
bit of olive oil.
Olive oil, why is it necessary?
So they can give you the glaze.
Oh, so
And
it comes
also the
out.
crust on top, nice
out.
crust on top.
Ah.
If you don't have olive oil at home, you can always have, add like a
Oh, I heard
egg-
if you don't have volleyball at home, then,
Olive-
no, it's not netball, not volleyball, no, it's olive oil.
Yeah, olive oil. And so you can get egg white.
Egg white, yeah.
Egg white. No, egg itself.
Oh, you whisk the egg and then you glaze it
yeah,
over.
and then you just glaze it on top.
So
Okay.
olive oil in all our episodes have been noted to be one of the best oil in the world. You can have it and drizzle it because it has a lot of health benefits to
That's
it.
right. Yeah, it does.
And so, am I right to say it's good for anti-inflammatory
Yes,
purpose?
it has very good omega-3 in it. Anti-inflammatory, very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can remember that. Now I'm going to score the bread. Okay,
Why?
all the way down. Okay.
Also, they cook
cross
more
it.
thoroughly.
Yes.
So it's like a hot cross bun.
Yes. We have set the oven to 200 degrees, preheat for about 10 minutes. And once that's done, you just place the tray into the oven for about 30 minutes. The trick about this is it may get, 15 minutes because it's half the dose
Half the
for
dose
half
portion,
the ingredients for this. Yeah. It might get brown quite quickly on top, so the trick is use aluminum foil, like perhaps 10 minutes. If it's getting too dark, and place it on top, it will retain the color and it still cooks it
Thoroughly.
thoroughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any questions that you want to ask Parim regarding to this fruit soda bread?
Okay, so I actually do have one. So when do you think is the best time for me to actually make it and eat it? And how does it actually complement my diet?
Okay, so basically this could be your pre-training snack, a good amount of carbs in that. You have raisins and cranberry, so normally the idea will, advise the athletes about 1 to 2 hours before you start a training. Make sure that you have enough carbohydrates in the system, that will be good. Okay, so now it's ready to pop in the oven.
Okay, so like we said, we preheat the oven to 200 degrees, so you heard the beep earlier on, and now it's going in. And you're going to sit there for the next 15 minutes and imagine about netball while we have it set for cooking. Oh, it's hot, it's hot. It just came out of the oven.
Yes,
Hey,
so you need to be careful with that, yes.
We got magic
fast.
oven. Once you go in, the time will fly by. You know? So this is how it looks like.
Yes.
I'm going to just break it into half. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
Wow. Can you see?
let me get a knife and so we can actually...
You can see the nice mix of our cranberries and our raisins inside. It's a nice fluffy color. But the moment you break it open, you can whiff the fragrance of fresh bread in the air. It's like the morning in Paris. Bonjour, bonjour.
It looks
Bon
very fluffy
appetit.
on the inside and very crispy on the outside.
Yeah,
Is
so I'm
that
gonna give you a
true?
little like press. You can see that when I press it down, you can feel the
Yeah.
fluffiness in the dough. Oh, when I press it, the flavors ooze right out,
Yep.
Okay, I gotta tell you. Very nice texture. The flavor burst, very fruity, very fragrant. It tastes like the branded bread that I buy off Bugis Junction, Oh, this is so good. I think you should really try.
I'm feeling hungry now.
That's my job. My job is to make my viewers feel hungry. So try this at home, Charmaine. I really want you to go hands-on, and if you really bake this bread, take a picture, send it to us so we can share with our audience.
Yeah.
I think we're sharing some photos this episode.
Yep.
And of course, before you step off screen, would you like to say anything to our viewers, any positive messages that you want to share to the Singaporeans at large, especially people in the netball scene?
Okay, so to all the netballers in Singapore and worldwide, just continue to train hard and you'll see your fruit of labor soon. And to all Singaporeans out there, stay strong, stay safe, and stay healthy.
That's
Well
a sweet
said.
message. Well said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Charmaine.
Thank
Say goodbye to our
you.
viewers
Thanks
over
for-
here. Thank you
yeah.
so much for joining us today.
Thank
You're
you.
fantastic. Stay fit. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I like
Thank
this
you for
episode
today.
because this time around we're talking about people who probably have been thinking about baking but have a certain fear to
Yes.
overcome because they think it's so hard.
Right.
But what Chef Lo has done earlier on and what we have gone through over the competition with our bread pudding and this one, everything is just done in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It's just a mix, neat,
Yeah.
and in you go.
That's right, yeah.
So for those of you who are at home watching our program, remember, take the chance to share your photos with us, like and share. Any questions when it comes to baking, please kindly comment below. Parim will probably answer you in the next episode when she's on. And once again, it's time for us to say goodbye. So thank you for watching.
Wot'cha Cooking.